Hey guys, welcome back. So today we will be recapping episode 2 and 3 of Beverly Hills.
We're a little behind, so we're gonna get right into episode 2 and move into episode 3. Um, the episode opens up with we're checking up on PK and Dorit, how they're doing. I noticed this piece of art on their wall, so I don't know. I'm sure they showed this before, but I don't know. Is not really weird, right? We wouldn't judge if somebody else did this.
It's not weird, but they smooth the fuck out of PK's forehead. There is not one wrinkle in sight.
It's kind of like dramatic, right? That's the problem with it.
Wait,
It's
what?
a It's like a dramatic picture.
It is like I get it, but I feel like I don't know. I guess since it's a family picture, I don't know. I feel like
Yeah,
maybe if they were newlyweds, I'd probably like it more.
yeah.
But I mean, I guess it's Dorit, so of course.
Story. So, I don't know if you remember this, but this is Lisa Rana talking to Kyle, kind of checking up on the drama, and Lisa Rana mentions how Kyle is like her movie went number one or something.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
No.
And you know what? I don't like these women, but I appreciate that they like gas each other up. Like, this is what you're doing outside the show. So
Yeah.
I do appreciate that.
Yeah,
What do
they're
you think?
definitely very supportive.
Yeah, what do you think of those glasses?
Okay, I actually love her glasses. I just don't like them on that outfit. Like if she was wearing all black, that'd be really cute.
Yeah, I think I like the glass. You know what? I think it is
Like
the
if I
outfit.
was wearing her glasses right now, really cute.
Yeah, you're right. We get this scene with Crystal and Sutton where they're also catching up.
Yes, I
Um,
do remember this.
and I really want to. What was that? The pancake cake or something?
Yeah, I think that's what
I
they
want
kept.
to try that. Have you tried that?
No, but I think it's just crepes, right?
I'm gonna try to figure out where they have that because that looked good.
I was gonna say if it's crepes, you could just make it because I think all crepe service is pancake mix is thin.
I don't cook, but anyways. So we're gonna fast forward. So Lisa Rena's husband Harry Hamlin, his birthday party 70. I want.
Honestly, good for him because he does not look 70.
Yeah. So everybody's headed over there, and on the way, Kyle takes the opportunity to kind of start throwing Sutton's name in the mix to Doree and PK, and I
And
don't
did
know.
we or did we not call it last video?
It's giving me press. Like Kyle seems pressed about this, like more than Doree. Like Doree, you notice she kind of shrugged that off.
Yeah.
Like
But
Doree's
I
going through
feel
a lot.
like
You really,
Kyle is in denial about being a background producer.
she's trying to make Doree's robbery a storyline, and it's like, girl, I don't know. If I was Doree, I would get bothered with it. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
hey,
but
can you?
at the same time, if Dorit wants to stay on the show, she might be down to make this her storyline.
That's true. But I just noticed, I don't know. Like for me, I don't know. It would bother me, but I did. I like that Dorit didn't like hype it up more. She was just kind of like, "Hey, we're really not that close." Like,
Right. And she
I don't.
forgave her about it. I don't understand why Kyle was still so upset.
Mhm. So they go to the birthday dinner, which I mean, there's nobody there, so it was only the cat. It was only the cast and the husbands, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Any fashion takes?
Honestly, they all look good. I want to be. I don't think Garcelle just is bad. I just don't like the way they style Garcelle.
Yeah, like.
Like I
Mm.
really hate her trailer dress.
It gives like she's trying to keep up with them, but she just is missing the mark.
It just feels like maybe her style is very New Yorkish, while they're very Beverly Hills. Like it's like for some reason it's not on theme. But with that being said, I do enjoy the outfit she's wearing now and the hair versus like other choices.
Yeah, it's gotten better.
Definitely.
Okay. So, we have them sit down. It's kind of weird because it's his birthday dinner. So that all the men are here, and after a bit all the men go to like the little section and the girls talk, but it's his birthday dinner. I don't know. I know it's for the show, but it makes it feel like extra produced. I'm like,
They always try to make it seem like the friends are just their own group, like the guys are just their own group of friends, but we all know that's really not the case. But okay,
Like, no, you're just telling them to be in the
they
same room.
co-worker husbands,
I
like
think the only ones I say the Jersey guys actually hang out. We
yeah,
know that, but everybody else, and the Atlanta OG guys, did hang out too.
yeah. I was gonna say I think that's about it because Potomac, Juan, Michael, and Chris were pretty cool for a long time.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. So yeah, this is the scene. This is what the men are talking about.
Yeah, this scene right here they could have kept. I really did not care.
And why do they have? If that was that, what's his name? The young guy. I
Yeah,
forgot. Like he looks so out of place there. Like bro,
he
I would have
does.
stayed with the woman, or I would have went home.
How old is he? He's young, right?
I think he was early 30s.
And she's like in her 50s.
I believe so.
Yeah,
It's giving sugar
good
baby,
for
but
her. Good for
okay.
her. Oh,
So
my queen,
what did
queen.
what did you think of the scene with her and wait? Who did it start with? It started with Sutton and Lisa. That's what it was.
Yes, and then she said slander, and Erica was like slander, slander.
I don't know.
Erica did have a point. I love them both, but Erica did have a point. You called Erica a liar without knowing that she is lying or not. So you can't. You know what I mean? Like
No.
technically, you can feel how you feel, but technically she hasn't been proven guilty yet, so you can't, for a fact, call her a liar.
So she can't. But Erica was lying. Isn't that the difference? And is still lying to this day.
We don't really know though. That's the
Yeah.
thing. Like we don't know what the fuck is going on because
All right.
1 minute it's the ankle, 1 minute it's the concussion. I don't know.
All right. Now
So
I have a question. I have a question.
what?
Because at the reunion, Sun and Erica seemed all right. The season ended, and they weren't like yelling at each other. Like they weren't cool. The reunion happened. It wasn't that intense between them. Like
No.
it really wasn't. And now they're like at it like crazy. Do you think it's just them watching the whole show back and
Yes and no. You don't forget. So in Erica's head, you know, she was walking around talking about, "Oh, I'm good. Like this has been proven wrong."
she's
She
still bitter
said
about what Sutton
on the
said?
last reunion, she was like, "Once this blows over, I'm coming for you." She's like, "I'm gonna remember those who were with me and those who were against me." So I feel like in her head, she really thinks it's blown over, and that's why she's on Sutton's ass.
And how about Sutton? Because she stepped it up. Last season she was crying. This season
I
she's been able
think she's
to
just
fight with her.
tired of being the scapegoat for everyone, and she's just not letting it happen no more.
She's like, damn, all you always trying to pick a fight with me. I'm
Because
just
they
telling
all do the same thing, but they make it a bigger deal when Sutton does it, or Garcelle or Crystal. And that's what Garcelle was saying last season why she doesn't feel included because there is an inner group in the group.
yeah, they don't turn on each. Even when they argue, it's always over the pettiest thing that doesn't matter.
Right.
Let's see what I have next. Um, so let's just talk about Diana, just based off episode 2. Or should we wait till the end maybe? Yeah, right.
No, I think you should get into her now since she like comes in like into the timeline.
All right. First impression. First impression. Go ahead.
I like her, but there's just something about her I don't like, and I don't know what it is yet.
See, I like her presence so far, but I don't know if she's gonna be one of those people that's good for the show and pisses me off, or is good for the show and I like. Like she could go in either category.
Yeah, because honestly, I can see her going down the Brandy route, but I can also see her being able to not go too below the belt and keep it tasteful. But at the same time, I feel like I'm not gonna like her because she's biased because she was like talking about Sutton about bringing up the receipt, but she didn't have a response for Lisa lying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that was weird because Sutton and Crystal seem very close now, and Diana and Crystal are close, but somehow Diana and Sutton, we know they get into it later on, but already we have seen that Diana
I
doesn't.
think it's gonna be the new Garcelle Sutton Crystal beef with them three minus Garcelle. You know what I mean?
It's basically battle of the newbies.
Yeah, like Diana's Crystal, Sutton is still Sutton, Crystal's just Garcelle now.
Mm. All right, so we're gonna get right into the next episode. Um,
Wait, did
what
you
are
see two pictures?
I skipped the preview for next episode, but we're gonna
Oh,
talk about. Um, what did you think about this?
I didn't like it. I feel like it
What
could
is
have been
it?
way
You tell
cuter.
me what this is.
It's a butterfly.
What is this? Like,
Oh, it's
where
like
did it come from?
amethyst. It's the rock, the crystal.
And someone carved this, or it's natural? I'm
It's like
confused.
carved, I think, and they just put together to make it look like a butterfly on her statue. The crystal's supposed to do something for you. I don't remember what she said, but
Okay.
she wanted it because the bad energy regarding Dorit getting robbed.
Oh my god. So I don't. Everything leading. Most of the episode was at this scene. I think this was the most exciting part. A lot happened. So let's just get into it. Before we really get into it, Kyle, put your dog in the cage. Put him
No,
in the back.
and is he
Put him
getting
in the
off
back
of
room.
Remy's
Close the
plate?
door. Put him somewhere. Put the leash on and just tie him. At least while people eat, and then let him go. Like I get it. Maybe you don't. Okay, maybe he's just not used to that. He's gonna freak. I don't know. You gotta do something.
It just kills me because she used to give Brandy hell about her son pissing on the grass, but like you letting your dog walk around eating off people's plates.
If that was me and my steak got taken off my plate like that, I would have been pissed. And I
I
would
would
have
have
made it.
canceled because I would have said something probably like really problematic.
No, I
Like,
wouldn't have been. No, I wouldn't say nothing problematic. I literally would have just been like, "I'm done. I'm out. I'm leaving." Everybody be like, "No," and I would have been like, "I'm leaving." And my friends know when I say I'm leaving, I made up my mind. They're like, "Yo, just let him go. Just let him go." Because it's me getting myself out of there before I say something reckless. Anyways,
I'm
I
gonna
just
say
wanted to
the
get
problematic thing and leave. That's the
I
problem.
have a little trauma with dogs, so this is why it's like I feel passionate about it. But let's get into it. So Garcelle brings up that hey, let's talk about Sutton because you guys had to talk wanted to talk about her earlier when
And
she
this
wasn't
is why
here.
I love Garcelle.
Yeah, and she's like, let's talk about it now. Um, Sutton had apologized to Dorit earlier. Dorit accepted it. She was genuine and felt like okay, I can take this, let it go.
Right.
Like I said earlier, Dorit is not that worried about what Sutton said. If she got robbed, she's worried about her feelings and what she went through.
Especially when she heard the reason why Sutton said it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's like if Sutton doesn't want to be near me right now, it's all right. I'm going through a lot. I have other people. Like Dorit is not that deep to her.
No.
Kyle is hyping it up, and this is when Diana comes in and kind of gives her opinion on Sutton. I think she said what weird and wrong. She said she's clumsy,
Yeah,
and
clumsy with her
Sutton,
words.
yeah, and Sutton kind of just took it. What do you feel? How like do you think
I
this was
feel like
Sutton
not
taking a
gonna
jab?
hold you. I feel like Sutton has to take it because I feel like Diana has a point. Sometimes Sutton is clumsy with her word, just like when she was like, "I don't see color." Like, girl, what? Like, I just think Sutton is from the South, so sometimes it comes off as I don't want to say ignorant, maybe harsher than what she actually means. You know what I mean?
She
Like,
don't think about
doesn't
what she's
translate
saying.
well.
She don't think about what she's saying. She'll just say
Not
something.
even. I don't think it's a thing. I just don't think she actually hears how it's landing to the other person. You know what I mean?
I agree. Yeah, Sutton just took it, which I guess was probably the right move to, because she already has so much. She's already had so much drama,
No,
and we
literally.
just
She's
started.
carrying the cast at this point.
Yeah. Um, this is when Crystal's kind of been in the background, being. You can tell she's getting upset about something, and eventually Kyle asks her like, "What's wrong?" And Crystal basically says like, "You." This is actually kind of complicated. Like, what they're saying is kind of how they're comparing it. I get it, but it's like okay, how I felt last year about you guys telling me I'm not allowed to feel violated. It's kind of similar how you're telling Sutton she's not so allowed to feel how she feels about
Right.
this. Isn't that basically what she's saying?
Yeah, and it's the exact same situation. They're trying to make it seem like it's different. The I get the examples are different, but behind the examples is still the same thing. Like you
Yes.
can't tell them how to feel.
Yeah, and I think that it is true what Crystal was saying. Like Kyle and then Dorit kind of made it about almost themselves. Like, oh, well, let me get to this picture. Generation XYZ. All you do is complain a lot. You're talking about a safe space. Like, okay, those those all mean stuff. If to you you don't get it, it's okay. But basically, what Crystal's saying, respect how I feel, and you respect and I respect how you feel is what she's saying. Even
Pretty
if you don't
much.
necessarily agree, you can still respect and say, okay, that's how you feel. That's how you feel. I
Right.
respect. And
But the
Kyle's
thing
more
that
like,
kills me is Kyle's the first one to beg somebody to let her feel the way she wants to feel.
exactly. And I got it. But for some reason, Erica decides to jump in and make it about her because she has to do that at some point. and she tells Sutton, "Do you feel bad about anything you did to me last year?" Now, Erica is trying to change the narrative. She's trying to change the whole perception of the show. She's trying to make it seem like she was the victim last year of everything going on, and everybody needs to apologize. And her name has been cleared. We've moved on. Like, I survived this. I was innocent. I didn't know anything. When that's not really what's actually happened. Am I? How do you? Am I wrong? Partly wrong,
For
right?
me with Erica, it's hard because technically I don't know exactly what happened. So I can't say for a fact if she did or didn't. So I get where she means. Honestly, I think the big problem is Erica's feelings are hurt because Sutton called her a liar. And I feel like Erica's not letting that go. And she was angry and hurt last year, and that's why she acts the way she acts. Instead of being mature and be like, hey, Sutton, it hurt my feelings when you said this. She does shit like this. Even though Sutton did call you a liar, but you literally threatened her. Like, you've done shit too. So I don't understand, like, why you think, again, like, why are you acting so innocent?
I think she thinks she's the boss of the show, and she thought this was her moment. Sutton
I
had
mean,
already been
in a way, she kind of
arguing.
is. For some reason, they're all scared of her now. Except for Sutton, clearly, but.
I don't think they're all scared. I guess we'll see. Sutton
Well,
was
no, let me
scared.
say this: the original, the veteran girls are scared of her, not the new girls.
I don't think Dorit is.
I don't really count Dorit as a veteran for some reason. I don't know why.
For right now, I feel like they are right
You know
now.
what? You're right. Out of this cast, she's a veteran.
Yeah, but they weren't a veteran until
No,
probably.
yeah.
I think when after Teddy left, they were
I feel like
veterans.
what it is that the old cast still operates in the way of like the Vanderpump era of
Yeah,
like sneaky behind the scenes, and the
Ayo
new girls
and
don't do
Rena.
that. Yeah, and I'm gonna throw Erica and Dorit into there too because they'd be fake as hell.
Yeah, they kind of have morphed into it. Um, so they keep going back and forth. And you know what bothered me is when Dorit yelled, "You're out of your effing mind." It's like, why are you talking to somebody like that? And then you're telling her you care about her feelings, blah blah blah. And it's like, you were just yelling
It's
at her.
because like it's kind of hard to sit in a room of people, especially like people who aren't your race or like the majority, and have to like hear that your feelings are invalid while theirs are kind of more important. Not saying that Crystal was right, but it's kind of like the girls do use a double standard for the, like the newer girls. I don't think the girls do it like in a racial way, obviously,
Yeah.
but I feel like they stay clipped together and they have each other's back more as the OG group versus the whole entire group now.
Do you feel so like since production decided to go more diverse, it just naturally looks that way? Not to say that they're all clear, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not saying anybody's all clear, but naturally it was gonna look that way, regardless.
In a way, because that's kind of how society is, because Garcelle and Crystal would have more of the same, well, not more of, but a closer point of view in life than the rest of the girls would, in a way.
A different view that they don't.
Yeah. Like, as to like how Garcelle felt, I literally feel like how Garcelle felt she didn't feel included. That's how Crystal's feeling now.
Okay, now let me ask you this, and this might be going too deep, but I've heard people talk about this a lot, and I've
Mhm.
thought about it because of hearing people talk about it. Because Crystal and Garcelle didn't actually really mesh that well. Like we saw glimpses of them together,
Yeah.
but towards the end, Crystal started blending in with the white girls to be thing, and Garcelle what really wasn't. She was just kind of like okay with everybody,
Mhm.
but Crystal was more like with them. And you could tell that Garcelle would even throw shade at Crystal in the confessionals, even towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
So I think it was like an underlining feud that's been building between them.
A little bit, but I feel like it stems from what happened between, because you know Garcelle's team Sutton 1,000%. I
Yeah.
think that's where the break was for Crystal and Garcelle, because I feel like if Crystal and Sutton would have been friends like this the first season, it would have been them three.
Yeah.
But since them two were so close, I feel like Crystal was kind of pushed aside and had to go join with the rest of the girls. And
Yeah.
also, I kind of feel like it's kind of easier to talk down to Crystal clearly than it is Garcelle and Sutton. So I feel like that's why it's easier for Kyle, Doree, and Erica to want to be around her because I can just talk over her.
Yeah, like Crystal was like almost Teddy's potential replacement.
Right.
And the only things they didn't count on is that Crystal, when they told her she can't feel violated, that she was gonna stick to it and be like, no, you guys can't make me feel this way. And
Which
even though
I
she
get
stayed,
her point Because even at the end of the day, even if Sutton did knock on the door, why did you walk into the room? I'm so confused.
Yeah, and there's she still could have handled it better, but I just think Crystal is like she still held, even though she's been cool with them, she held on to that. She saw
Yeah.
Garcelle throw shit at her at a confessional, but then Erica snaps at her at the reunion. The girls hang out outside the show, and you see pics, and it doesn't look like they invited Crystal.
No.
Like
But
I'm pretty
remember, we said in an earlier video that it might come down to like Crystal being in the middle.
well, it's just there's so many girls, so it's weird because like we haven't seen certain girls even film together yet.
No.
And that's when we really know when we notice two people aren't filming together. It's like we seen Crystal and Kyle like film together? Only them two?
Yeah, not really. I don't think so.
We'll see it anyways. Um, anything else from like this whole thing?
I
Oh,
do like how Diana had Crystal's back.
I like how as soon as Crystal's like, I need to leave, Diana's like, all right, let's go. We're
Yup.
out.
I was
She was,
like, period.
she was out the door before
Honestly, I feel
Crystal.
like Garcelle and Sutton should have left too.
Yeah, Sutton left with them.
Oh, okay.
Garcelle stayed behind, but you know what I think? Maybe I'm overthinking it, but maybe she realized like when they all leave together like that, the
They
other
talk.
girls can talk about them.
Yup.
You think
I was
I
thinking the
think she's doing
same.
that on
I was
purpose.
thinking the same thing because Garcelle is that type. Because, like you said, when they started, she was like, "So, let's talk about Sutton since she's here."
And this is the second time where Garcelle stayed with them in a row.
That's true.
I think she realizes the other girls are way close than we are. So when we leave together, they can say what they want. But if I stay with them, they're not gonna tell me not to stay because that's rude. So I'm gonna be here to like listen.
I
So I'm
want to
glad
see her
she's learned
into
it.
Erica.
Mm.
Good.
At the on their way back, Crystal's up. I don't know if she was crying. I will say she is a little dramatic. Let's be real. I love everything she said, but the crying, like in tears,
It's.
is I don't like
I don't
that.
think she's crying because she's sad. I think she's just frustrated.
I know, I get that,
It's
but
just like trying to talk to
let it
Kyle.
go.
It's like trying to talk to a fucking brick wall
Who
sometimes.
made you cry? Kyle made you cry. Like
It's because like no, not that Kyle made her cry, but it's just like having to explain yourself over and over and over again, and then not be able to get frustrated when you know Kyle gets the point that she's literally playing in your face because she doesn't even defend Kim like this. Like, girl, please.
I'm I'm excited, but it is weird how like the new girls really just take the spotlight. Have you noticed that?
Oh,
Not to say
definitely.
the other ones haven't had nothing, but they're really coming off better.
I think it's because we've seen the OG girls messiness behind the scenes, so we know they get scripted real quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. They only really get out of character when something really unexpected happens, and most of the time, they're prepared for all this stuff. I
Right.
not all of them, but I think like Kyle prepares for what's gonna happen. Erica, Rena,
And not even that. It's more like they also help put the stuff out there too, so they kind of have like experience in the field already. So it's kind of like it's hard to get to them. Kind of like Giselle. Like you could not get to Giselle. It's insane.
yeah. You know what I was just thinking about? It's only been 3 episodes, but
Mhm.
I feel like a lot has happened already.
Yes, I feel like
In
I've
my
at
mind,
least
it
watched
feels like
7 episodes of this.
that's what I was about to say. Like they're really in. That's why when people were like, "Yo, 8 housewives is too many and this many friends," I'm like,
How?
if I'm entertained, I don't care. So yes, there are some people I want more of, but we have so many episodes, so I'm sure we're gonna get around to everybody.
And I feel like 8 housewives can never be too much of everybody's friends.
Yes, also there's so much content, so they can cut off the boring stuff that sometimes where they put in
Literally.
episodes. Like I don't think none of these episodes have been boring. I think this last one might have been the best one so far.
I was gonna say I think there's no boring episodes. There's some cast members just have boring scenes.
Yes, but there's enough good that the
Yeah.
overall episode is good. I wanted to bring this up and I forgot, but I want to get your opinion because it's been bothering me, and I don't know if I'm just being sensitive, a Generation XYZ person, but you know how they keep bringing up Dorit was robbed at gunpoint. She had a gun in front of her head,
Yeah.
like in front of her. Don't you think that's um like I feel if I was Dorit and I went through something, like don't say that around me like that. It's in specific reference to what happened. Our friend had a gun pointed at her head, and her kids were in danger. Like bringing that up, saying it like that was like I don't know. That bothers me. How do you
I
feel?
think that if she If this was Dorit's first season, she would have been offended. But since she knows Kyle's fucking annoying, I feel like she's like, yeah, that's just Kyle.
Okay, because I'm like, this is like maybe I shouldn't bring it up all the time around her if you want her to,
And I was also gonna say those are her also like pretty much everybody's in that room her close friend because they're literally not even if they're actual friends, but they're still together in the same room majority of the year. So I don't think she would really be too mad since they're like super close anyways.
All right, now another question. 3 episodes in, robbery. We can talk theories, true or not, all day long. I already said I'm just gonna go that is real for the sake of the show until something crazy comes out.
I hope it's real.
But
It
it
come out real, but you
definitely,
know what I mean.
they're dragging it out too much for a storyline. I don't want to say they because I want to leave Dorit out of this, but I don't know if you noticed that in the next episode. Oh, damn, I didn't get the screenshot. She's doing therapy and she's crying. The woman is like, imagine you in that moment right down with a gun at your forehead, like, and filming all this and broadcasting it to everybody. Like, I don't know, isn't that's a lot?
It's a little sus. I can either hopefully she's doing it to bring like awareness or something, but I can see where it does come off as dramatic because why is your camera in your therapy session about you being robbed?
Why
Like
would
I
you want?
would feel like that's trauma you wouldn't want on TV, like your personal trauma. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like talking about it okay, but like your therapy session is very intimate. But I mean, I guess she'll get her coin.
Do you know what this reminds me of? When Camille
What?
was like, "You come out of nowhere with all this money. I just don't
Oh
trust
my
you."
god.
Like, this is I can tell a fake when I seen one. I'm sorry. That's what it made me think about. That's all I'm saying.
So
I think that since we're 3 episodes in, though, maybe what should we rank the cast so far? Should we? Oh,
y'all can do a ranking if you want.
we gotta give a diamond of the week, but it's two
Oh, we
episodes.
do have to get a diamond of the week.
We gotta combine. We just gotta combine the 2 episodes, I
Yeah,
guess, right? Make
yeah.
it easy. All right. Do you know your diamond?
I'm trying to think.
It's hard when you combine the 2 episodes.
It is. Wait, so I have to pick a diamond for the 2 episodes or one for each episode?
Should we do one for each then? Because I think it's
Yeah, we should do
different.
one for each.
All right, let's do episode 2 first. Diamond episode 2. I remember clearly. It's still Sutton 2 weeks in a row. I think episode 2 she stood up to Erica. She was
Hmm.
being messy. Like, that's all we really need. Like, what about you?
I'm giving it to Crystal actually.
Episode 2 or episode 3?
Wait, what's this one?
Well, let's do episode 2 before episode 3.
Wait,
This
no,
is
this is
episode
two or
3.
three right here.
This is 3.
Oh no. Crystal's for three. This one, oh yeah, that's the dinner. I'm definitely giving it to Sutton because she was like, oh my god, that shit was so funny.
It was. I
Oh,
like
what
how
a
good the
legend.
question was. Let's do the call for episode 2 then. Which my call for episode 2 is Crystal because she was irrelevant also on episode 2, just like episode 1.
See, I'm not gonna give her a call for being irrelevant, but I think I'm gonna give Rena Cole because she not that she started this, but she kind of flamed the fire at the dinner, and then when Sutton put out the receipt, oh my god, yeah, why guys, why are we talking about this? This is crazy. Like, girl, this is you.
Yep, it is her. Rena is like so good at creating a storyline, but then still feeling irrelevant by the end of it.
No, like I just don't like. How are you trying to backpedal out of something that you keep bringing up?
Mm-mm. She's a mess. I feel like she gets off way too easily through
She
everything.
doesn't. I love it.
All right, let's do episode 3, which is this one. You already said yours. Do you want to just talk about a bit
Crystal
more
is
about
gonna
it?
be my diamond because she finally like I don't say she spoke up, but like she finally had something to say. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I feel like she's starting to feel herself in the housewife role.
Yeah. So my diamond is also Crystal because basically what you said, it feels like she's ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She isn't gonna be as quiet, and she's gonna say what she's been feeling. Um, I don't know. Next episode looks like it's gonna get real messy.
Hmm.
So I, I don't know how everybody's gonna feel about Crystal by the end of next episode. And I'm not saying that because I know spoilers. It just looks like she's
Yeah,
about to get herself in a mess. So let's see. But I'm excited to, like I said, the new girls are bringing it. Like
they are.
Garcelle hasn't had a big moment yet, but we know it's coming, and she's still there, present.
And not even that, it's just the energy too. You can just tell. Like, what's her name on Atlanta, the new girl, the one who's married to
Oh,
Ross,
I forgot her name.
Sonya.
Tanya.
She is like a perfect, comfortable addition to Atlanta, which I
Yeah.
feel like Sutton was to Beverly Hills and Garcelle.
Yes.
Crystal, I feel like her first season she should have been a friend because I feel like she kind of had to like defrost a little bit, and now we're getting into the type of housewife Crystal is. Because when you look at Crystal first season, you kind of don't know what kind of housewife she is. She's not messy. She's not like the fashionable one. She's not the bougie one. She's not really the tomboy one. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what type of
Yeah.
housewife is Crystal? And now we're kind of seeing she's the emotional one.
Yes. That's she's the emotional one. What about your call of the week for episode 3? I'm trying to think. I had one and I forgot who it was.
My Cole's gonna be Kyle. I think
Uh,
this season my Cole might just be Kyle the whole season the way she's acting because I just don't get it.
he's coming out real whiny, right?
Yes, and it's coming out very like you know what the problem is. Her antics don't work with the new girls. Her antics only work with like Kim, Vanderpump, stuff like that. Like, girl, why are you on your knees whining about Dorit being shot when she doesn't care about what Sutton said? Sutton apologized and she forgave it.
I think anybody in the cast would check her. That's the thing too, and I think that's why sometimes she tries to get loud and like, it's like anybody in this whole cast can check you. I
And I
think we've
also
seen
feel like
them
she
all
asks
do
for
it.
backup a lot too.
Yes, and she needs backup. Michael, let me think. Is it also? No, you know who I'm gonna give it to?
Erica.
No, no, no. I'm gonna give it to.
Who?
You know what? I'm gonna give it to Kyle too, because I
Yep.
could give it to someone being irrelevant, but you don't. You know what I mean? If you already participated a lot and you're present, that's all you really need to do sometimes. But Kaya really just showed that she really what Crystal said. You don't understand. You don't accept people's feelings unless it's how you feel too. That's
Yep.
exactly true. What that's what we're saying. You don't take a second and be like, oh, let me think about it. How from your perspective. No, it's like no, you make no sense. You can't say that word. I'm like, and I still stand by that. And I don't even think Kyle understands her saying that. She still stands by that. It's like that's even disrespectful to say that to her. Like,
Yeah.
like
And
you
I was
could
gonna
be like,
say that's
no,
part of the problem she had with Kim was about the feelings thing. That's why her and Kim used to beef a lot.
she doesn't. She just sees it her way, and it's like annoying. And I think I part of it's because maybe she's been there the longest. Part of it's because she has gone away with some stuff. And
Yeah.
the thing is, Garcelle's not gonna let it go. Sutton, I think she tried to like sun Sutton last season, and was surprised when Sutton was not that girl to let it happen. And this season, she's still not letting Kyle play with her. Dory has checked Kyle plenty of times, if we're being real.
She has oh my god the stop talking stuff.
The Erica and Kyle have never really gone at it, but we
Cause
know
she's
Kyle
been
can handle her.
Erica. Yeah,
Kyle,
hell no.
to be fair, I don't know if anybody can actually handle Erica completely. Like we haven't seen it 100%. We
The
seen
only this is okay. This may be a unpopular opinion, but the only person
don't
I
say Rena,
think
please.
no, I
Okay.
think can handle Erica would be Crystal, but I think it would take Crystal to her breaking point emotional wise because you seen how she was talking to Dorit all angry. So I feel like if you got Crystal mad and then put her with Erica, it'd be a good like little match. Or what's her name? Diana.
Diana. We don't
Diana
know.
would be
I feel
great.
like she's almost like a little. I don't want to say a bomb, but I feel like whatever her first thing is, it's gonna be
It's
big.
gonna be
Like,
good. Ugh.
because she gives me Erica vibes, just not as strong. Like when she gets in arguing, where she's gonna talk to you like, "Shut up."
She reminds me if Yolanda and Erica had a baby.
Yes, that's a good thing. Like maybe Diana could take on Erica. We don't know yet.
I would think so because like I feel like she's not gonna get loud with Erica. I feel like she's gonna make Erica feel stupid.
I
Cause
don't
like when
know.
she told Sutton, she was like, "You need a new villain." Well, here I am. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw someone say that they think that's being taken out of context, and maybe that wasn't even an actual thing.
Oh
We'll
shoot!
see though. We don't. It's possible. I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? You're that's
It is
actually what's
possible.
going on. But I do know that I feel like there's some a hype around Diana a bit, so I don't think we're gonna be disappointed. Like I don't think she's gonna be. If she was gonna be irrelevant, they would have made her the eighth housewife.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's for a reason.
But
Um,
also, I don't think she would be one of my favorites either, though, for some reason.
we'll we'll see. I feel like we don't got that enough. So right now I don't feel it either. But I think we got. There's still a lot of time left, and it looks like she next. Let's talk about next episode, I guess. Um, it's like I said earlier. Krista looks like she's gonna get into some type of mess with
Mhm.
Sutton again. With everybody, it looks like actually, right?
Yeah, because Giselle, wow. Garcelle was like, I felt like no matter what you were going to say, you were going to tell Sutton, I knew you were like, you were that kind of girl. Which I feel like in Crystal's defense, Sutton is that kind of girl because she said it, obviously.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, why are we talking about hypotheticals when we know what actually happened?
Exactly.
We
But
don't know that.
even if it doesn't matter what Crystal said, Sutton was the one who said it out of her mouth. So it gave Crystal the ability to say back, tell me you're that kind of girl. If you had not said what you said, then Crystal couldn't have said anything.
Yeah, and you can say, "Hey, Crystal, that was tough." You like, okay, it was, but that's how she felt. That's what she said. They talked about it. Honestly, this is what might turn me against Crystal a little bit because I still like her, but it seems like she's about to dig herself into a hole. Because it almost sounds like she's throwing Sun under the bus. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's what you're getting, but that's what I'm getting. Like she's saying, like, oh, there was some other stuff said that I can't say that's damaging. It's like if y'all two made up, why are you
But
bringing
here's
that
the
up?
thing about that though, because I can see why you feel like she's throwing Sutton underneath the bus, but it kind of comes down to if Crystal knows more about what Sutton said, then it kind of comes fucked up on Garcelle's side because she's protecting Sutton if Sutton did say more. Now it's gaslighting Crystal and making Crystal look like she's dramatic and like she's just trying to be on Sutton's ass. But if Sutton said more that was like racist or disrespectful, I kind of feel like it should be thrown out there.
I get what you're saying, but I feel like if you and your friend really made up,
But that's
you
the
have to
thing,
pick a
they're
side.
not
You know what I
friends.
mean?
They're working on being friends.
No, Crystal and Sun are close and have were hanging out before filming and everything.
Oh wow.
That's what you notice. They've been filming a lot together.
But it's hard because that means you're asking Crystal to either defend the ignorant white friend or just let the comments go where it's kind of like
That's not the.
either I
I
have
don't
to
think that's how
swallow
she
it
sees
or I
it.
have to put you on Front Street. And if you said it, you should kind of be on Front Street.
I don't think that's how she sees it. I think she went the easy route. Because for me, if I made up with my friend, we're friends. I'm not gonna throw you under the bus right now without talking to you about the situation, trying to make it
Yeah,
seem.
but what's going on is they're in a room full of people and Garcelle is telling her, oh, you said that because you just wanted to basically put that on Sutton. But if that's not the case, it's kind of like, should Crystal sit there and take that, even though that's a lie? Or should she be like, well,
No,
more
you
was
gotta say
said?
that's how I felt in the moment. That's why I said it. I talked to her about it, and we moved on and apologized. Like I don't know. That's how I would handle it. I feel like her throwing. She's still the newer person on the show, one of the newer persons. Her throwing the other person who's also a newer person under the bus in front of all the girls. And the thing is, she could have said something, but then she's like, "It's very damaging. It's very, very." Now we're put in a position where she's
Now
gonna
we're going
say
to
it.
get the racist. We're going to think Sutton's a
It's gonna
racist.
come out. It's gonna come on the reunion. I don't know if she's gonna say it on the episode.
No, the
I don't know if
reunion.
it's gonna come on the show. I don't know if Andy's gonna ask her at the reunion.
Oh,
Tell
he's
us,
definitely going to ask her.
or maybe she says it in the episode. But it feels like Chris. The thing is, I get what you're saying. She threw her under the bus, but it looks like all she did was made it worse. Is what I'm saying.
I honestly, and again, I love Garcelle, but I'm putting this on Garcelle because, again, I kind of feel like in this situation, if Garcelle, I'm only gonna be mad if Garcelle knew if Sutton actually said more. Because if she did, then you can't defend Sutton from that. Then you kind of have to let, even if that's your friend, if your friend is saying something that's racist or homophobic, you kind of have to like, you can't take that bullet for that friend because that
But
has to be
my thing is,
addressed.
they already moved on from this. This is my that's my
But
problem.
they didn't because Garcelle is bringing it up to use it against Crystal, and Crystal's only defense is saying she said this, and I get why she's in a hard place because it's like I don't want to go down for you, but also you did say this, so like I understand why it's hard. You know what I mean? Like I feel like she's having your point of view and my point of view in her head at the same time
So
because
yeah,
you're
you're right.
very on the friend thing.
And there's a lot to think about in the moment. My thing is, if she would have just stayed by Sutton's side, she would have still had Sutton as a friend. And I mean, she still has Diana, regardless. It looks no matter what. But instead, it looks like she arguing with Kyle. We know her and Garcelle are about to have a huge feud. Sutton
Hmm.
doesn't seem like she was there when this was all happening, and now she has a feud with Garcelle, like I said. And I was gonna ask you, Garcelle versus Crystal, who's winning the argument?
Honestly, this is gonna be the most boring fucking argument in like Housewives history because they
I think
both
they could, it
don't
could get.
like, huh?
I think it could get. I think it could get deep with them.
It's gonna get deep, but it's not gonna be emotional. It's not gonna be loud. Somebody's gonna say something to the other. It's gonna piss them off, and then there's probably gonna walk away. Like how she left the thing. Garcelle always leaves somewhere. They're about to
I
be
don't
like,
know.
you know what, Garcelle? We can agree to disagree, and then she's gonna like walk away.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is we're gonna get that's gonna get built up. Was it? We're gonna see Crystal versus Garcelle in the next few episodes. Sun and Diana, which if that's actually a thing, probably gonna start maybe next like in 2 or 3 episodes, and then I don't know when the other girls their storylines kick in because we know Erica's gonna be more relevant.
I'm laughing because why do the new girls have all their storylines right now?
She's what?
All the new girls have the
Oh
storylines
yeah,
right now.
that's what I'm saying. Like Kyle's trying her best to be like insert herself in it. It's not working. At least Dorit has a storyline. I'll give her
Yeah.
that. She has a storyline. Erica, we know she's gonna have one.
Is
Rena,
Erica giving you friend of the house vibes right now this season? Because she's giving me friends of the house vibes. Like think about Faye Resnick or Camille when she comes to visit. Erica's giving me very that energy this season.
she's gonna be like Shamari.
Oh
Like
my
where
god.
she's just randomly there sometimes. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like, oh, are you part of this or not? I'm confused. But I think it's because she doesn't have a family. She doesn't
No.
have like it's just her hair people or
No,
whatever.
she can't really talk about her legal case because they're still going on over it.
Yeah, so and I mean, and she has a nice house or whatever, but like,
Not even that because she's not even dating. So it's like, why do I need to see her house?
yeah, there's not much going on in her like actual. I mean, there probably is. We're just not seeing it, which is
Yeah.
fine. I feel like we got enough good content. We still haven't met Cherie, and I don't even think was she in next week's preview. I don't think so,
Nope.
right?
I'm gonna say Cherie has to come to mid. I'm gonna say Cherie has to come around the time Kathy comes around. That's what I would
I
assume.
mean, I think she'll probably come a little bit. I don't know. To be fair, we don't know how close all these events are to each other, but it feels pretty close.
They do feel close because I feel like when the season came out and you watched the trailer, you would feel like the argument between Garcelle and Erica would feel like a mid-season argument, and that's like
Mm.
next episode.
Between Crystal and Garcelle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's building up pretty quick. There's a lot of. I hope it doesn't. Well, I don't know if you remember how Salt Lake City like felt like it was just a group of people who don't like each other. Like every
Yeah,
episode,
that
they
is
were
so
all
annoying for
arguing
a
with each other,
while.
which I thought it was funny, but I don't want it to be. I don't know.
Not in Beverly Hills. I feel like Beverly Hills came too far for that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And it's more like there's like two sides, but not really. It's really just one side, and everybody else is just kind of like
Yeah.
figuring out where to go. Like they haven't broken up the main squad yet.
Mm-mm. And that's why I feel like they need to shake up in between that group because they're too close. At like they all will hold secrets for each other. Like if Rena really lied about the thing on Sutton, those girls are gonna like we would never know.
Yeah.
Versus if Garcelle finds out, she's telling everybody.
Well, to be fair, we know that the thing with Kathy, whenever that happens, whatever it is, that is gonna cause some kind of problems within that core group. It
Oh,
has. I don't. It has to, right? In some,
I
at
would,
least with Kyle and Rena or Kyle
no,
Eric. Like,
because think about the episode where Kathy and what's her name, Kyle are arguing, and Rena's just sitting there smiling. You know how Kyle is. It's always gonna she's gonna take her friend side over her sister. So I don't think. And then remember, Garcelle said that she was closer to Kathy than Kyle was at the moment. So
right.
I think Rena and Kyle are gonna be perfectly fine.
This reunion is gonna be so good.
I hope it's
If
like 4-part good.
if Kathy is really gonna be, are we gonna see Kathy on the show cussing somebody out?
I
We probably are,
fucking
right?
hope so. I hope so. But
Every badger. Like
I
this.
feel like the only person she'd probably cuss out is Runner.
I don't. I think her and Erica aren't cool either, though.
Oh man.
I don't know. I feel like Kathy has been acting the whole time. So like, if we see her actually like pissed,
Hell yes, Kathy acts. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Kathy is an actress because she got that shit from Paris.
yeah. So we have a lot. There's already a lot going on now, but what we have, like the stuff with Kathy, to me is what the most exciting part of the season. To me, even more than Garcon Erica arguing, it's like this
Honestly,
Kathy
yeah,
stuff.
because that's more juicy.
It's juicy. We know Rena's involved, Erica's involved. Everybody's involved in some way.
Yeah.
And did you see Rena's number got leaked like a day ago or 2 days ago?
Yes, by Kathy's assistant, right?
I don't know for sure that I don't think that's her assistant.
Oh.
I don't think that part is true. I don't know for sure, but I don't think that part. But he leaked her number.
I would say, didn't she leak his number too?
She leaked his number first, and he leaked her number, and put a whole bunch of stuff on blast.
Oh
So,
yeah, about Harry being gay.
well, he said that he never said that. That all he did was put a rainbow.
Sweetie.
The shoe fits.
Anyways, we all know what that means. But Harry Hamlin, if you're
I
gay,
don't pay
call me.
attention. I honestly don't pay attention to Harry Hamlin. So I honestly don't
Harry
know
Hamlin,
if
if you're
or
gay,
not, and
call me.
I do not. It does not matter to me.
It
If they're
matters.
happy in their arrangement, they're happy in their arrangement. If it
Harry
is,
Hamlin, if you're gay, call me. Don't
oh,
listen to him.
I think that's it though. So I think we're gonna end it here. Look at me getting all comfortable. We're gonna end it here, and we will have the next episode up soon after. And bye till next time.
Bye.